All right, it's the rundown. February 14th, Valentine's Day and post-Super Bowl rundown. This is going to go up there with the, well, fellas, quite a game.
Yep.
Me, Fran, Frank. Today's rundown is brought to you by Rocky Boots. For over 85 years, Rocky has been building the world's most rugged boots and apparel. From the job site to the campfire, Rocky boots and clothing are built tough and so comfortable you'll wear them everywhere. Now, Rocky's introducing Work Smart, rugged outdoor workwear that is more comfortable than anything out there. Whether you're a working man or just like comfortable manly clothes, try Work Smart and see how comfortable workwear can be. Rocky's been rugged outdoor heritage since 1932. What you're going to do is you're going to go to rockyboots.com and enter the code RUNDOWN at checkout for 20% off your next pair of boots. That's code RUNDOWN at rockyboots.com for 25% off. All right? We'll start. Frank, are you asleep?
Nope.
Frank, I saw your eyes closed. Frank, I absolutely just saw your eyes closed. We'll start off with the Super Bowl. Rams win 23-20 over the Bengals. There's, the halftime show, The Rock before the game. Let's just start off with the game itself. I feel like a lot of people are feeling like it was like a simulation of a game, like it didn't feel real. I actually thought it was a pretty good game.
Well, the fact that the Bengals were in the Super Bowl, that always feels like a simulation.
Yep.
But it wasn't a bad game. It was a decently played game. Cooper Kupp had a great game. I think Aaron Donald should have been the MVP because he would have won me $250. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
And that's always important to me.
It should be.
But Aaron Donald and the Rams defense had a record 7 sacks, which is a Super Bowl record, tied a Super Bowl record. And it was a defensive game. Just a couple of plays here and there, all the Bengals got, turning Jalen Ramsey into toast. They had NFL cereals came out this year. I want Jalen Ramsey's Toast Crunch after that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, it's I think a lot of that might have to do with like the West Coast game. Like it was broad daylight.
It was too light out.
It was so light the entire
out.
time.
Yeah.
There was no darkness, there was no lights. Even during the halftime show, it felt like that was like it's just happening in the middle of the day. But no, Frank's right. It was just a couple plays. I think that that 3rd and 1, everyone's going to look at on running the ball there on 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
The Rams defense played a great game. Other than Jalen Ramsey.
Talk about guys getting burnt. Eli Apple.
Eli Apple.
I love.
Continues to
Eli
ruin
Apple's
every
the
team
fucking
he's on.
worst. He's the worst. He's like just a bad player. He talks
As
shit
a Giants
as if he's,
fan, do you hate him?
I hate him. Like I was very happy for Odell.
Well,
I was rooting for
a couple
Odell
of Rams were eating applesauce after the game.
Nice. The whole NFL, McCole Hardman, Michael Thomas were just shit. It is fun when the whole world just comes together to shit on one.
McCole Hardman showing, here's a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
You're never going to get one of these.
Yeah. He
must have been talking shit to him after the Chiefs game.
He was talking shit to Tyreek Hill on Twitter after Tyreek. He had 1 tackle on Tyreek Hill in the AFC Championship game, and he leaving him one-on-one with Cooper Kupp at the end of the game there is just fucking crazy. But yeah, Frank, I think it's like I feel like the whole week everybody was saying, oh, it's the Rams defensive line, the pass rush, Bengals won't be able to stop them. It's rare for like the main storyline to actually end up being the main story. Like that was the reason the Rams.
The Bengals defense played so well too. Cam Akers did nothing. They had 0 run game. Sean McVay continued to run the ball the entire game despite going nowhere.
I did give the Rams pass the ball more, especially try to go targeting Eli Apple. They could have put more points up the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just insistent. I guess it's like, I do sometimes think it's like, all right, this NFL coach has to know something we don't know, right? Like it's part of a game plan. There's got to be a reason he keeps running, maybe to set up the pass.
Well, it reminds me of the old TV show Get Smart. Why are you running the ball when our pass game is much better? He goes, because that's what they just expect us to do. They expect us to pass.
Yeah, but it didn't matter if they were expecting them. Like, they just could not run the football. Cooper Kupp, what a year. First guy ever to win Player of the Year, receiving Triple Crown, and Super Bowl MVP in the same year.
Second guy.
In the same year, though. I thought Jerry Rice did it in a different year.
I think Jerry Rice did all 3 in '88.
I saw something that said that he did it in his career, but never in 1 year. But I don't know. Cooper Kupp, just an unbelievable. I looked back. I have a text.
I felt like he deserved that MVP.
Yeah,
I
2
know
touchdowns.
there's a lot of people saying it should have gone to Aaron Donald, but I felt like.
And the 4th and 1.
Yeah.
The sweep, like that was the biggest play of the game.
Yep.
He easily could have got tackled right there.
Yep. I mean, Aaron Donald, of course, ended the game, but they got there from Cooper Kupp.
And he did get, like that will go down as, it almost has to end sack celebrations because nobody will ever top the ring me from Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Who now people think are going to retire, which would be kind of, I hope he doesn't
This
retire.
was, when you looked at like who could potentially be off that Rams team going into the next year, like it's literally everyone. So they really did go all in. Like it was 1 year, we got to win. And it worked. It worked.
And the NFL really wants the Rams to win too because, trying to build the LA market. I mean, the Rams had
There's
so
no
many.
LA market.
The Rams have had so many games this year where the visiting team actually had more fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, even it looked like we were just looking at all these celebrities who went and bought Rams hats 10 minutes before the game started as they walked into the stadium.
That is
was
cool.
it.
Like if I was a Rams player, it sucks to not have like a diehard fan base, but to also be like the
They're gonna have a
Showtime
parade.
Rams.
Who's gonna be there?
Just celebrities. Like that is kind of cool. Like
I
all
don't think-
celebrities being
will
in the
they?
building.
Will
Yeah,
they even care?
Kanye was there in a mask. We'll get to him later with Antonio Brown.
He did take that off at some point. Northwest is like 9 years old.
Oh, that's Northwest?
Yes. Northwest is at the top of my list for people I would be terrified to run into while in LA.
She looks like she'd be really mean.
She made a face at one point. That honestly, I thought like this girl would destroy all of us in 2 seconds.
Yeah, scary. Another storyline, Joe Burrow. I really wish I liked
Look at
Joe
that
Burrow
attitude.
more. Is that Saint West or
A lot
something?
of attitude from a 9-year-old.
Frank, what's your take on Joe Burrow? I could see you like I think that
Yeah.
I think he should get maybe a little more shit than he does. Like I think that like showing up to the game yesterday in that outfit, he looked kind of he looked like an asshole. Like let's just say it, like to show up
I love
like
him,
that.
and that was a terrible outfit. Awful,
Right, like
horrendous.
it's just Matt Stafford showed up with a plain black T-shirt. Looks like he's been in the film room for 2 weeks.
He had to
Joe
put that
Burrow
back on.
Looks like he spent, but I respect that. I was gonna say I do respect that
did
Joe
put that
Burrow
back on.
wore that post game. I would have definitely brought a change of clothes because you can't wear like walking around a loser in that is tough. But I do respect that he went back to it.
Hate it.
You know the thing that we missed out on is the Bengals winning the Super Bowl, is that the Mike Brown of the Bengals is the most notoriously cheap owner in sports. He's even cheaper than the Wilpons. I would have expected him to go, okay, here's your Super Bowl rings. They're in the Cracker Jack box.
Not everyone in the whole organization would be getting them.
Yep.
Cutting some people off.
They'd be cubic zirconium.
Yeah.
But I do think Burrow played well. Like there
Yeah.
was only so much he could do with that offensive line. He
Yep.
didn't play great. Probably not anointed, the next GOAT just yet. But
No, but if they work on that offensive line,
yeah, but getting back 2 Super Bowls in a row is
no.
it's tough,
It is
especially with
very
how
hard.
loaded they are.
The Bengals, if they don't fix the offensive line, Joe Burrow's not going to last long.
No, I mean he saw it yesterday. He got hurt almost. Probably
It was almost to the same knee.
Yeah, which really would have been. And
I
Matt
feel
Stafford
like we didn't need to
also
zoom
came
in
through.
on him so many times, like screaming in pain.
Yeah, they showed his girlfriend, and
So
I
many
kind of liked
times.
that. They showed his
Like, they
girlfriend and
cut
his
right
mom
to
like
commercial.
being upset.
It's like zoomed in so close to his face as he's just like in so much pain.
Other quarterback though, Matt Stafford finally gets his ring. Pretty cool to see. Like he leaves Detroit. The Rams are like, hey, maybe if we get a better quarterback, we can win a Super Bowl. And then
Meanwhile,
they
the
just did
Detroit
that
Lions,
first year.
How
No.
much does that prove Detroit's just a pit?
Oh,
I think that was proved.
last
And
year.
we knew it, but
Last year when we were in Detroit for the stream, I remember going past the Lions Stadium.
we're glad Frank's getting a phone call.
It was
As I was saying,
taking it.
as I was going past the Lions Stadium, I felt just like I could actually feel the sadness in the air, just like the sadness from that song as the baseball season's canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but Stafford has many rings as Aaron Rodgers now.
crazy.
I love
Crazy.
Matt Stafford. I think
Very
he's a
cool wife.
guy.
Very cool
Yes,
wife.
yeah.
Makes him infinitely cooler.
Her appearance on KFC Radio was awesome.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
So I'm happy for the Rams. Odell, he was on pace to have a monster game to get hurt
would've, yeah.
there.
You know,
He
if he
was
didn't get hurt, I think the Rams could have probably pulled away in that game.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't think people are always this bittersweet for Odell. I think it's just sweet because he caught a touchdown. He had a good game. Like he put up good numbers.
Oh, it was confirmed that he tore his ACL, huh?
Fuck.
Shit.
Second ACL tear. So would he be
in
back?
his same knee?
Probably. I mean,
he's not supposed to be back for next season
at all.
It's not expected. No.
I mean, to tear the same one, second ACL tear in the same knee in 16 months. You can't like rush back from that. I feel.
I don't remember. I feel like Adrian Peterson, he tore it. This is going to be a crazy show of memory here, but I feel like he might have torn it on December 24th, 2011, and came back and had an unbelievable 2012 where he set the rushing yard.
So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, ACLs take like 10 months to recover from.
Right.
Yeah, so he's probably pretty fucked.
Right.
Unless you go late next season, maybe.
He's
a free agent.
In his mind, why he's got a ring now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just. I mean, obviously it sucks that he tore his ACL, but he had a good game. It showed how much his team needs him. Once he went out and he still gets the ring, missing next. But I bet Odell before the game signs up for that.
Right.
Before the season, I get a Super Bowl ring, I catch a touchdown, I miss next year. I think you probably take that.
I would think, yeah. For everything that he's been through and all the teams and all the press and everything, for the tax.
So many injuries.
I like Odell. I feel like Giant fans, it's a little love-hate relationship with him, but I always thought he was a great teammate, great player. It wasn't his fault the team fucking sucks.
Mike Francesa loved him though.
Being sarcastic. Yeah, well, he stood him up on a show or something once, right? I think it might have been at Giants camp or after something on FAN. And you don't cross the king. Other non-game topics. The Rock before the game, that was weird as fuck.
What was it, like a 6-minute thing?
I didn't really understand what that was, what it was for, why he was doing that. Something that's never happened before.
So it's usually Michael Buffer, I guess, for the Rams. They decided to go with The Rock instead.
I mean, it was.
I've seen. Okay, I guess.
At a certain point, they needed to. At a certain point, they needed to pull him off the field.
Right, he's been doing it all season.
Yeah, just one. It was a 2-minute video. It just was.
And he stared right into the camera. It was.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Halftime show though was awesome. Frank.
Thoughts?
Well, I put it this way: it's a little bit more notable than the the halftime shows we've had with these just pop acts, and it's a little different. It's good to see a little change up.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
When 50 Cent was there.
I thought it was great. It was just like I said before, it was weird that it was, broad, it was just light out.
Yeah.
I feel like it took away from, we're so used to a halftime show, all the lights, the production, everything. And they did this in a very cool way where they, house party, all the different rooms, which I thought was really smart for having that many performers. Everyone got their own moment.
Snoop Dogg's so fucking cool.
He is so cool.
The way he just was walking around, his tall, lanky
all he does
body.
is he just kind of wiggles.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. A little wiggle, and he just looks so cool. Dr. Dre, all of it.
Yeah,
all of it.
I thought Kendrick Lamar's song choices were a little subpar, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like he could have gone with something better, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know. He tried to keep it
what's funny is that someone actually took a picture of Snoop Dogg lighting up before the halftime show, and it's
as he should.
I mean, this would be being shocked at somebody's drinking water before going out and singing, or a famous pianist is cracking his hands.
Right. I don't know how many performances he goes out and performs out where he isn't doing that before he goes on stage.
Right.
I
it would have been
mean,
way worse if he was stone cold sober.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's.
That's what he does. It's Snoop Dogg. He's
exactly.
D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg, and you're in California.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could possibly have anything wrong with that.
Otherwise, though, not otherwise, but just awesome halftime show.
Yeah.
Commercials
Good
kind of
song
sucked.
choices.
QR code, I guess, from Coinbase.
Yeah.
Crash.
That might have been the worst Super Bowl commercial of all time.
What? Why?
It was 30 minutes of a box going doom.
It did last. It did last really long. They paid for. That had to have been at least 30 seconds.
I think the two best commercials were the Larry David FTX commercial.
That was a good one. I like that one.
And the Sopranos Chevy commercial.
I think Trent tweeted it.
Those
where
were for me too.
he was like, I just want one company to do a bathroom break, which is true because like the Super Bowl, like obviously you have the game you don't want to miss, but then you have the commercials that you also don't want to miss because anything could be a viral moment. I need just like a 30-second like, hey, this is. I don't know why H&M is the first company that just came to mind just now, but H&M take a 30-second halftime break.
No, it did feel like there was a lot of nostalgia in a lot of the commercials that they went with, and then a lot of crypto commercials.
Yeah, I should check if crypto's up today. Hopefully.
Yeah, between Coinbase, FTX, like it just felt like Crypto.com. There was really.
You know what? Every few years there's a Super Bowl that gets like all the advertisements have a theme. I remember. It was right around 2000. It was the .com Super Bowl. This was the crypto Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and .com turned out.
You know what?
Well.
The one I really didn't like was the metaverse one with the Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know if I saw.
Did you see that one?
No.
It was like the whole concept of it was that it was like a Chuck E. Cheese type place where you have the animatronic animals that are playing, and those go out of business, and then it's like the lead singer dog is being thrown away. He's doing all these other jobs. It ends with like him in a dumpster, like he's just useless. And then he's like he's being stood up in some kind of museum, and he gets to reunite with his old pals. That's the one. He gets to reunite with his old pals by joining the metaverse.
I'm out on the metaverse.
But it just like it took such a dark spin. Like it just, I don't know why. Like this is what they come up with.
It's so weird.
Just he's like closing forever, and then this he's in a pawn shop. He's a mini golf prop. He's dropped off on a truck. He gets crushed in a car.
This is the saddest commercial I've ever
awful.
seen. What was the one year? Was it Budweiser that just killed a horse or something? What was like the one really sad?
Yeah, they've done a bunch. I thought that's where Budweiser was going last night with there was like a sick Clydesdale.
Yeah.
With the dog, and it was like, what are they gonna do here? Do not go down that road. And then look, the dog is to reunite with all of his pals in the metaverse.
Well, they could have done it. They could have done the sick horse, and then you dig into the Budweiser commercial and go, Elmer's.
Oh, Frank. Would be a good commercial. Any final thoughts on the Super Bowl before we move on?
Oh man, I don't think so. I'm happy for the Rams players. It sucks that they don't have fans that care.
They have a lot of likable players. Von Miller,
a lot of
Aaron
likable players.
Donald, Odell, Stafford,
it sucks that they don't have a fan base that cares about it at all.
Yeah, I wish like the Cincinnati fans somehow could celebrate with the Rams players.
You know what the problem is Los Angeles, their fans are all phonies. I mean,
Yeah.
People go to Laker games to be seen at Laker games. People go to Dodger games to go be seen at Dodger games.
Yeah.
Hockey and football are not as popular in LA because there's fewer crowd shots.
That's a good point. Although I feel like football's upped the crowd shots a little bit with like the shots into the suites and boxes. But yeah, I thought it was a good game.
There's A-list celebrities there. That's it.
Well, Ben Affleck and J-Lo showing off. Fucking horrible people they are. I thought it was a good game. I feel like all you want in a Super Bowl is like game-winning drives. You want a game-winning drive. You want like a chance for dueling game-winning drives close in the fourth quarter. We had that, and the penalties, like, it did suck that there were no penalties all game, and then they just got called 3. But I thought all of them were fair except for the holding on 55. Yeah.
The first hold was.
They missed the T. Higgins offensive pass interference. So I feel like I don't think the refs were like a huge deciding factor in like one direction. Frank, agree? No.
Yeah, I think you're right. The refs were. Maybe that last call was different, but I think the Rams would have scored anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Frank. I know you were dying to talk about this. Kanye versus Pete Davidson on Instagram. I would say they're in a meme war. It's really just Kanye posting a bunch of memes of Pete Davidson.
He's just firing it out.
He's being like, look at this dickhead. He's Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend because he's got that tattoo. He's never going to meet my kids. He's doing Avengers Civil War memes, which the fact that he threw Taylor Swift in that one was so fucking
apparently he got that from Reddit. I think he's just
I love it. I love that.
Browsing.
I think it's very funny that he's just, I don't know, the fact that we just have celebrities in a meme war as if they're like bloggers at Barstool is like kind of funny.
You know,
this is supposed to be a text from Pete, like being like,
I'm
yeah.
You know, speaking of strange couplings, You know Sarah Palin, who's now divorced from her husband.
Oh, I saw she's got a new guy.
She's dating Ron Duguay.
The hockey player?
Yes, the Rangers legend, Ron Duguay.
Huh, that actually kind of makes sense.
I mean, Ron.
Sure, why not?
Ron Duguay was one of the last players in the NHL to not wear a helmet. Because he never wanted to, because he always wanted his hair flowing. That's all he ever was. He was hair flowing.
Huh. No, that
Definitely
does
bizarre
feel like it
pairing.
was made like a celebrity random couple generator. But I think this whole thing's cool for Pete Davidson. We were talking about it on the group chat this morning.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell 10 years ago Pete Davidson, hey, you're an 18-year-old kid doing stand-up in Staten Island, one day Kanye West is going to be making memes about you because you're dating Kim Kardashian, his ex-wife, you'd be like, no fucking way.
He's just, I don't know. And of course, like now, you know, Julia Fox, apparently they broke up. They were never really, I think, you know, fully dating in the first place. She's very much taking claim over, like, I'm a hustler. Like, look, now, like, everyone's talking about me. So
Right.
she's definitely knows that 1 month where she was seen with him helped her a lot. But it's just, like, what do you do? You're in you're Kim Kardashian. She's been in New York on dates with Pete Davidson all weekend long.
Do you think they're like
So-
looking at the memes? They're like, oh, look what Kanye
yeah,
just
like
posted.
Kanye's posting on Instagram and he's like, I'm on my way to pick up North and Saint. We're going to the Super Bowl. Like, is he ringing the doorbell, being like, all right, hey everyone,
Yeah.
sorry about all my Instagrams, but I'm here to take the kids to the Super Bowl. Have a nice night.
Strange.
Like and they're not stopping. And what's crazy is he just keeps posting them and then deleting them. His one this morning, he said, if anyone sees Kim and Pete running around, to yell Kimye forever at them.
Oh,
So it's
dear
like-
Lord.
It's definitely
like
not going to
he's
help
just
Kim
trying-
Kardashian want him back.
Right,
It's
like
the
that's what I'm
opposite
saying.
behavior.
It's like if his goal here is to win Kim Kardashian back, that's just not gonna happen. He had this whole one. He said, "I don't have beef with Kim. I love my family." This jacket that she wore on the date with Pete, he was like, "I bought her that jacket."
I do think, if anything, he could break them up because, like, I could see Pete Davidson just being like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking out on this. Like,
Well,
I
this
don't
whole
need
thing about,
Kanye
you
West
know-
making memes about me 10 times a
Yeah,
day.
about the media again. He's like, I never have anything against Daily Mail. Got love for everyone in the media. Wish you all the happiness in the world. I speak directly to the media outlets the same way a ball player speaks to the refs. The world is our court, like a basketball court in the court of public opinion. We have a public relationship because we are public figures. So the public and the press, sometimes people call me crazy. But to be in love is to be crazy about something. And I'm crazy about my family. Happy Valentine's.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he put that X over Pete Davidson's face in that group photo.
Yeah. I actually like both Kanye and Pete Davidson. I feel like
Kid
most
Cudi,
people are like,
like,
fuck both of them.
Kid
but
Cudi is just Kid Cudi on
Ricochet
Twitter
shots.
seems like he's like, I'm done with this guy. Could not. He's like, I'm out. Not
It's a
worth
shame, 'cause
not
they
worth
make
being
great
friends
music
with this
together.
guy anymore.
What did he?
I'm not sure if he's. I wonder if he's kept it up or if he's also deleted it. But he retweeted a fan who just said like, hey man, I just like don't think it's worth it anymore of just dealing with all of his bullshit, and that just kind of seems like where he's at. So it's sad. You know, he's Kanye posted it like he got abducted. Posted
Yeah.
that he's holding up like the date. He's like, this is my account. I am posting this. My account is not hacked. I can't find where the actual tweet was, but he basically said, you know, I'm done with all this shit with Kanye. So I think Michael Che actually had the best response to all this. If you can go to Michael Che's Instagram, his Instagram is Che Thinks, because in one of his no A, not like Steven. CAG.
That's Stephen Che's
One
partner, Che.
one of his captions, he said, Michael Che, like, stop being friends with Pete Davidson, and I'll pay you double your salary. And this was Michael Che's response. He just wrote on multiple pieces of paper,
Yeah.
like, sorry, I'm gonna need triple the amount.
So still be friends. Yeah, it's quite a war. Probably can't be. I feel like eventually it's gonna burn. I feel like also it's just Kanye promoting his album. Like Down to 2 comes
Down
out
to 2.
February 22nd, and Kanye has a way.
Will
of
it really
always
come
being
out February 22nd?
I feel like he's got it.
Yeah,
like
these are all
because
these-
it's so. Yeah, for anything less than true.
Full medical. He's very funny.
I do think that like it has to come. Like I know Kanye always pushes back, but the fact that it's like 222, like the date
Yeah,
matters.
yeah,
222, 22. Like you
That's
can't
right.
miss this one.
Right, that's like Kylie.
3-1 just wouldn't hit the same.
Right, like Kylie had her baby 2/2/22.
Right.
totally on purpose as well. So
Yes, probably. And now, so Kanye will respond with that.
yeah, makes sense.
And lastly, we got a Wordle story. Wordle's still hot in the streets, now owned by the New York Times. But a woman called the cops.
haven't liked the words.
80-year-old. Yeah, they've been. I
Since
think
the New York Times
I don't
took
know if
over.
it's the New York
I'm
Times.
against
I think
the words that
I
have
think
been picked.
they're predetermined. Like, I don't think the Times determines it. I think like the algorithm
Are we
is
sure?
predetermined. Maybe not. But a woman called the cops because her 80-year-old mom didn't text her Wordle score. Turns out she was being held hostage, which is a crazy twist. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, she passed out, like fainted. Like, no, she's being held
hostage? By who?
Who holds an 80-year-old hostage? I didn't
Who
really.
held her hostage?
You know what's a shame? Helps a 4-letter word, so it wouldn't work in Word.
You're right. You're right. Couldn't even get like a.
What? I can't hear it. But yeah, crazy. I mean, the fact she's being held hostage, but hey, perk of Wordle. After
Hold on.
In the morning, and that was disconcerting to her.
Friends and family called Lincolnwood police leading to this hours-long standoff with the man. Family says the SWAT team used a stun gun who was opening the door to subdue him.
Why was she holding?
I'm so confused. Did someone break into her own home and then hold her hostage?
I think so. Yeah, but why not just rob her?
Where was this? Chicago? Wow.
Huh. Strange.
I gotta make sure I send my Wordle score to everyone
Yeah.
then, huh?
It's a good.
Like
good
to make
shout.
sure that you just know. You send it to. Do you send it to? Do you do you send it to your friends?
Yeah, I sent to like a few different people
Yeah.
of like.
I
not always
tweeted.
my score, but just like,
Tweet
did
it?
you get it
Yep.
today? I was tweeting
I've
for a
only
while
tweeted
and then
one.
I stopped.
I only
Today was a
tweeted
hard
one
word.
because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, you got it all in the second try.
I got all in
right?
the second try.
I would at this point. I only want to get it on the first try one day. I think that'd be incredible. That's like the only reason I still play.
I think Jeff D. Lowe did that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I use the same word every day, so it would have to be
Eventually-
my
What is
word.
it?
Eventually, you could get to it.
What's your starter word?
Feast.
All right,
I
got
like
the
that.
E, A,
I like that.
S.
Get rid of the ST. The women, okay, so the 80-year-old naked man entered her
Oh my
home,
God, this story has layers.
dragged her around the house, disconnected phone lines, and eventually barricaded her into a bathroom where she stayed for about 17 hours.
I didn't think I was gonna live. What? Scroll down. What was the motive here?
It sounds like just a crazy person, Tommy.
Her daughter's I didn't send water score. Disconcerting. Eventually located homeowner in the basement.
I
She
will
was
say
not physically hurt. Wait, go down.
that is a very nervous child. That like it only took not receiving the Wordle score to be like something is
80.
wrong.
You'd probably think.
I
she
know,
was
I
died.
know. But that's what I'm
Definitely
saying.
didn't expect a
She had the
naked man
right
to be holding
She had
her
the right
hostage.
instincts.
Yeah, the suspect's taken into custody, took his clothes off, likely took his clothes off early Sunday, mental health crisis before breaking into the home.
God.
Subject awoke the victim armed with scissors and demanded the victim provide him with assistance. Threatened the victim. Wow, what a fucking loony.
Wow.
All right, well, shout out to
Wow.
Wordle, saving a life, maybe.
Oh, that is quite a story.
Maybe he had a rip in his pants and thought she could sew it.
Yeah, classic old lady song. Then it would have been totally justified.
I don't have anything to
Osho,
add to that.
Mincy, unbelievable halftime
Unbelievable.
performance. Barstool Sportsbook live in Louisiana. Dave
He
for a
is
bunch
about
of bets.
to be all over
Oh yeah.
the state.
Well, Mincy tweeted out
This guy's
his
about to
plan.
be unstoppable. He tweeted out his plan of everywhere he's going, all the events, all the people he's got to see, people he's got. He's just the perfect walking billboard for the
The Mincy
sports
tour,
book.
the Barstool Mincy tour. I
Yep.
mean, it's
Yep.
gonna be incredible. He's got a hog feast or something.
It's just incredible.
Hogs for the
Dogs
cause.
for the
Yeah.
cause.
So shout out to Mincy. Hope he has
crowd.
an awesome month and promotes the hell of the Barstool Sportsbook in Louisiana.
So good.
Jersey Jerry won a bunch of money on different like 17K or something.
Happy for him. No one deserves
Yeah,
it more.
well, I didn't win it. All I won was a dozen trivia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and congratulations. Yeah, MVP, Flem MVP.
Frank,
Is the
you put
Fleming
on an
curse
absolute
broken?
clinic.
Broken?
What is that?
Is that the Fleming curse?
No, I mean, look what I had. The Brooklyn Nets were a super team. I'm not going to make the playoffs. And James Harden made every shot in practice today.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Every shot?
He sabotaged the Nets.
Yeah.
Sabotaged.
Well, I'm sure Ben Simmons. I'm sure you'll like Ben Simmons a lot.
I am going to set. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but next week I'm going to set a James Harden jersey on fire.
Wow.
Oh, you did tell me you had that in your playbook. You're pulling that one out. That's coming. So everyone stay tuned for that. That's going to be big.
All right, so James Harden hit about 3 shots in this video, but I guess that is true that we don't see a miss yet, because he thinks the last one.
But also, like,
there's also nobody on him.
would we be expecting James Harden to miss a lot of shots in
3 for
practice?
3, yeah. No.
Like, is that?
Well, James Harden in his last was shooting under 20% this year.
Frank's so a tweet from Smitty being like, watch James Harden not miss a shot, and Frank just responds, I hate that motherfucker.
Perfect. Top response. Didn't even see that, but I'm glad we just hate that guy.
And now the Mets have a good team, and there's gonna be no season.
I hope there's no baseball this year, because I'm afraid of the Mets being good and the Yankees being bad, so I hope it never gets settled.
I don't really follow baseball close enough at all. It really seemed like they're not gonna come to
They'll eventually.
an agreement.
Or no, I guess
Frank
not.
says no.
I think the season might not start on time. Well, spring training definitely won't. The regular season might not start on time, but I imagine they play.
Rob Manfred has pictures of Gary Bettman on his ceiling, as he remembers how Gary Bettman wiped out the entire 2004-2005 hockey season.
All right. On that note, you guys got anything else?
I
Nope.
think that's it.
All right. That's the rundown. See you tomorrow.